Once again, welcome to the Axie League. This is the fourth week of the 8-week-long tournament. Of course, by Undisputed Noobs and Sky Mavis. We are still your casters for this week, for this day. I am T-Paul together with Paring JP.
Hi guys, this is already week number 4 and
Mm-hmm.
things have been moving too fast. A lot of guilds have already competed earlier today
Yep.
and we're going to witness some of the matches. And we're also going to give you an update about
Mm-hmm.
the standings of this Axie League. So yeah, before anything else, this Axie League is also partnered with Sky Mavis and it's
Yep.
brought to us by Undisputed Noobs, providing actually a total of 100. That's actually 170
75. Yep.
75 AXS, and
Mm-hmm.
we are also gonna give you the breakdown of the
That's right.
prize pool.
Let us show you the breakdown of our prize pool for the champion up until the fourth or up until the eighth placer. And again, as we mentioned before on the previous weeks, we also have a player prize pool. The top 5 or top 6 players will happen to have an AXS2. Here is our prize pool. First one, of course, or the champion would have 35% of the current prize pool, which is 175 AXS, and that is 61.25 AXS for them. The second
Mhm.
placer would have 22.5, that is 39.375 AXS specifically.
Yeah, that those are gonna be given to the top 8, and
Mm-hmm.
there are really a huge amount of guilds or teams that entered this Axie League. For one, we need to mention some of them. YGG actually has 2 entries. They have YGG Elite 1 and they have YGG Elite 2. Chosen ones are also here. Super Whale is also here. There are really a lot of guilds. So I also remember, like, there's also a tag guild. So just let us know there in the comment section where you are from. But before anything else, again, please do not forget to like and share our stream. We are live in YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, Undisputed Noobs channels. We You can catch
Mm-hmm.
us everywhere.
Yep, that's right. And again, guys, just to remind you, the entry fee for this tournament was 10,000 SLP, and we have 32 teams joining this tournament. That just means that 320,000 SLP was burned during the first week, and we already showed you the evidence of that one. Later on, we're about to show you the current standings of our ongoing tournament. Week number 4, and so far as I can see, if you want to see it yourself, go ahead and check axieleague.co.uk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna take a short look at the standings later on. But right now, let's shout out. Let's see, Abhishek, Lup D is also here.
Mm-hmm.
Mariana Marie, what a name, is also here. Yeah, shout out to you guys.
Is this on Facebook, or are you currently checking out Twitch and YouTube as well?
It's this is on Facebook. This is on Facebook,
Okay.
but I'm also checking out YouTube and Twitch.
Okay, yeah, just opening it up as well. And again, we have a lot of games to show you for this day, for this week number 4. First off, later on the right side is gonna be between Chan from Alpha Dogs versus Metatate
There
Crazer.
you go. There it is.
Ooh,
Meta T8 Crazer on the left, and we have Chan 5539 on the right. So yeah, as it's shown, Meta T8 Crazer is from Meta T8 on the left, and Chan 5539 from TCO Alpha Dogs is on the right. Yeah. So looking at the teams they got. I This is what I love about Axie League, brought to us by Undisputed Noobs. There are
mhm.
a lot of exotic lineups, one that you can never imagine that's gonna work.
That's right. And I'm loving this one. I mean, this lineup for Metatate, because I think we haven't seen this kind of Axie, this specific cards that he has on the back line. But of course, Chan, on the other hand, this is a different type of team as well. The Hollow, I think I've seen this somewhere. I think it was DC Boy that showed us this midline, the one that has the overgrowth keratin, the scarab. It wasn't a
Mhm.
scarab, I think, but it's somehow the same because he has the hollow or the swallow rather, and the Nemo
Follow.
as well. Yep. And of
Yeah.
course, this one from the backline. This is an spiky wing plus the sinister strike. This will hurt this Aquas, and of course that backline reptile as well. Good thing here for Chan is he has that scarab on the midline. If he manages to put in just one scarab on the backline, that would be enough, or that would be a big advantage for him.
Yeah, and since you mentioned that already, Chad here has the challenge on
Mm-hmm.
breaking the fourth wall. No, no, no. It means breaking the first Axie, like eliminating it, so that he can rush into turning this game into a two versus one situation. Now let's see how
Yep.
it's gonna go.
Let's go, round number one. Let's start it out. And a very aggressive play coming out from Metatate or from Chen rather, because he was able to draw a lot of cards on the front line. That is the plan. Going down to 127 HP. Good thing here for Metatate is he had the cat tail slap.
Yeah, he was able to draw a lot of cards, as you
Oh
said,
no!
and
Oh
he
no!
wants to really kill off Crazer in this game number, actually in round number two. Now it is already a two versus three situation. We are getting closer to the goal of Chan,
Yep.
which is to turn this thing into a two versus one situation so that he can use the Scarab against that reptile. But now here in round number four, there is gonna be a buzzing within a double Crimson Water. Now Crazer has the chance to like answer back, and he's gonna do that with three damage cards and a tail slap. But here's another tail slap and a double card
Ooh.
incoming. That's a double keratin growth, right? He
Yep.
used it to damage, not to shield up, and it's already a two versus one situation, as we are saying. And Chan also has the
No.
speed advantage.
He really has that one, and he used the double koi. As of now, that midline also will be using a double swallow plus the scarab. This is what we mentioned before. He needs this scarab to disable the heal of the backline of Metatate Crazer here, and I think this is gonna be a win for Chan 5539 unless a critical happens here, but no. This is more. Ooh,
He's
okay.
shielding up, actually,
Yup.
and that's
Oh,
actually enough to like take in all the damage that
but
Chan has to give, and he's
mhm.
using the rosebud now. But the
Yep, but
scarab
the
Peppers is
Rosebud, of
still
course,
there.
is disabled all because of the Scarab coming out from the midline of Chan, and that's it. We called it as early as round one.
That's the thing
Scarab
about
is
this
the key,
scarab
not
curse.
TM.
Well, ever since a few updates before, that scarab curse will already proc in two rounds. Because before it will only like happen in one round, right? But it will carry.
Yep.
But right now it's already carrying over to the next round, and that was really unfortunate for Crazer because he was really expecting to heal back, but no, there was a scarab curse
Yeah.
left
hmm
to him by
If
Chan. He was literally cursed in there.
if there was no Scarab Curse there, it would have been a different ball game. It could have gone to Metatate Crazer's way for the win, but unfortunately, what we said happened, and it's our fault. No, just
Our
kidding,
fault.
guys. And again, that was just game number one out of a lot of games that we are gonna show you. I think we're gonna show you 10 games just like before, and we still have 9 more games that we can show you. And of course, congratulations to the participants of this tournament,
Yes.
which played or who played earlier this day, right? And I
Yeah.
hope you have a good time watching the replays that we are gonna show you.
Yeah, and of course, before anything else, we would like to shout out VMG, who is
Mhm.
who is here in the comment section. Hello, hello, VMG. How are you? We weren't able to see you today, but we're gonna see you tomorrow. So see you
Yep.
tomorrow. And of course, guys,
No, we just started. Why are you saying see you tomorrow?
to VMG.
To the MG, okay.
No, what I mean is we're gonna see each other tomorrow for the finals of the United Gamers Guild Axie Pro
Mhm.
Tournament Season 2. But right now we're here in Axie League week number
Mhm.
4. And to everyone who is watching right now, please like and share this stream so that we can share all the experiences of our players earlier. And you know what? This is like the last day. The
Mhm.
last day of Axie League. That's not gonna be Origins.
That's right. We are
Yeah.
like how many days
No,
away
we're going to
from
stay
it?
on. We're going to stay on
5
version 2.
days.
We will stay on version 2. We're not going to move to Origin for this season. So this season will be. We're going to continue for version 2.
Yep.
And then
Oh,
season
okay.
2 we'll move
Okay.
to Origin.
Thank you for clarifying that to us, Steve.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're still gonna go with this version.
Yep, that's right. Because the origin or the alpha version of the origin will only be available to the PC users. That just
Yeah,
means
oh yeah,
that
yeah.
it's very limited, and we of course the actives that they have as of now, and we started this tournament with the version 2 and we'll end it of course with the version 2. And speaking of 2, let's go and check our game number 2. We have Bibo from Huga.gg on the left side, and we have Yosh from Novian Gaming on the right side. Again, first things first, kudos to our stream director right now, Steve, for putting up the names, right?
Oh yeah. What
Mhm.
this is actually an upgrade. Thank you so much,
It
Steve.
is.
Yes, we're gonna do that. And of course, moving on to our game number 2, like you said, Bebo's from Huga.gg and Josh is
Mhm.
from Novian Gaming. Looking at their lineups, this is gonna be an interesting lineup when worst comes to worst because Bebo has the advantage over that mech. But
Mhm.
what's interesting here is Yosh also has the capability to go behind Bebo, and
Mhm.
Bebo does not have that. So Yosh can force the death of this bird if he gets the cards he needs. And what's also interesting here is this the lineup of Yosh is kind of trappy. He has a
Mhm.
piercing sound and the bug splat, and in his middle, it's a very very tanky. It's a very very tanky plant.
Mhm.
You can just wanna kill yourself because of the gas unleashes. And Bebo
Yep.
doesn't have anything to nullify that, specifically the Bidens.
That's right, but a lot can still happen here. Notable things here are Bebo has the vegan diet on the front plant, and Yosh has that one too on the mid one. But of course, Bebo only has one plant in here. Yosh, on the other hand, has two, so Bebo might be able to take advantage of that to maximize that one. But of course, he has the Aqua Stock as well on the front line. The front plant here, and he won't be able to draw any energy or get any energy out of that because we don't
Mhm.
have any aqua axes from the side of Yosh. But let's go ahead, check it out. Round number 1, let's start Bebo versus Yosh, and of course a round 1 skip for both of them. The mech doesn't have or does have 3 cards right now, but the bird of course does have 4 cards in there. This is gonna be a burst down from Bebo. The grab surprise will be able to secure that one, but of course the last stand will be there. He will not be able to destroy any energy from Bebo, but the follow-up damage from Yosh will be there from the midline plant.
Yes, and Bebo right now, this is his chance to make
Mhm.
revenge, but that's just like a little damage in there. Yosh here, that fear, that
Mhm.
fear, that fear actually just happened. That sneaky raid did not happen, and his attack just literally went to the front. That was such a
Oh
waste of
no.
energy and cards.
Yep, that's a good, very, very good play coming out from Bebo. And right now, the smart shot is online because the hair dagger. Ooh, a crit from, what was that, a balloon? But right now, the sneaky raid once again for Bebo. Wow, Bebo
Mhm.
is really doing a lot of things here against Yosh.
Yeah, and this is already a 2 versus 2 situation. Look at
Mhm.
how distributed the damages
Oh
are
no,
there
wow.
for Yacht. And look at that.
Mm.
That's a smart shot in here. That's actually what he used earlier to cast the fear, right? And
Yep.
that's gonna be a critic here, but a shields up coming from Yosh, just enough to put that dust into a last stand. When worst
Mhm.
comes to worst, Yosh wouldn't really be able to heal back, but since he has a huge amount of shield, he can use that to his advantage and just partner it with a gas unleash.
But no, Bebo has the double hair dagger in here, the double priest treaty as well. 32 HP left for Yosh, and he won't be able to heal anything from this vegan diet because that is a bird, not a plant from Bebo. And this can be a victory for Bebo unless this hair dagger doesn't kill this plant because he has 5 stacks of poison on him. But the balloon is enough for him to secure the win. Bebo gets the victory.
My favorite part, or like my favorite move in there, was the fear on the mic. It
Mm-hmm.
really turned this thing around, the whole thing
It
around.
did.
Because
It did.
he used four cards with a sneaker raid in it, and that sneaker raid just didn't really happen. And even before the game started, we were saying that it's one of his winning conditions to like go behind Bebo.
That's
But
right.
Bebo was well prepared. Bebo was well
Mm-hmm.
prepared for that. He knew that the cards were in the mech. He knew that this is the time that that his opponent will want to go behind him. And that was kind of what do you call this, that was kind of a shield. He really defended himself there. It
Mm-hmm.
was an
And
outplay.
I think that was like a two rounds in a row that he was able to cast fear on the mech. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is as far as I can remember, that is what I saw earlier on that one, and that gave Bebo the win against Yosh. Again, Bebo is from Huga.gg. Yosh is from Novian Gaming. The reason why we are mentioning the team names of these players is because later on we are gonna show you the brackets or the current standings for the running tournament on this fourth week.
Mm-hmm. And of course, guys, before we move on to our next match,
Mm-hmm.
let's just have a quick shout out here for our viewers on Facebook. We have Adriel Penelba, Ken Sager Manalo, Bernard Sumile.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Vinny Scotto, Kyle Patanido. Yeah, just thank you so much for being with us tonight. And please don't hesitate to share our stream. We're gonna witness a lot more
Mm-hmm.
exciting matches.
And once we show you the standings, I just have a bit of I mean, not really a shock here, but of course, for the week number 2 and 3, as you can remember, it was YGG Elite number 2. But let me give you like a trailer or what do you call this one? Yeah, let me
What?
give you a preview or something to ponder on. YGG Elite 2 right now is not the first placer for
Really?
the fourth week, or I mean, for the running 4 weeks
Oh.
of this tournament. But of
Eh,
course, so much for that. We are going to show you that later on. Let's go and check game number 3. This is Flex from Unix Esports versus Madfish from, no, it's RSHZ from Mad Fam.
it's him again. It's Skyflakes. We have
Mm-hmm.
seen one of his games before, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and if I remember it right, he wasn't able to win then.
Mm.
But now maybe we will see a comeback play in our live stream. So analyzing this lineup, RSHZ is actually using a Discord lineup. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the typical aqua with a pocky and a balloon. Sometimes
Yep.
that lamb is a crimson water. Sometimes it's a risky fish. But
Mm-hmm.
looking at the Skyflakes, he is using the standard AAD. It's the
Mm-hmm.
God Dusk with the God Aqua and the Meta Aqua, the Meta Hybrid Aqua.
The
That's
most abused Aqua, the most
yeah.
abused Axie so far on the tournaments that I've casted. This Arco for the speed up, the Scarab for the anti-heal, the Nemo for the energy gain, and of course that Piranha for that 120 damage for the 30 shield as well. So OP, but again, let's go. Let's start round number 1. Skyplex versus RSHZ. Double Aqua versus Double Bug. Let's go.
hmm Oh, there you go. And now, our SHZ is just really taking this patiently. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want to go aggressive. He just want to save cards, and he's just a very he's just playing it safe, because if he goes all out, there's actually a risk of Skyplace using a Katia slap, and he doesn't want to risk that one because he will
Mm-hmm.
just help his opponent gain more
Yeah.
cards. But suddenly, it's already a 3 versus 2 situation.
Mm-hmm.
RSHZ is actually deciding right now to shield
Yep.
up, but unfortunately, he won't really take in a lot of damage, and his attacks won't also be enough to end the life of the dust.
Yep. RSHZ discarded 2 cards there, but of course Skyplex with the Cattail Slap was able to get 4 cards So instead of Skyplex losing cards, he was able to gain cards through it. And right now, this is almost a 2v1 situation. Just the Nemo would be enough to remove the last 10
Ooh.
of this bug. And we are down to a 2 versus 1 situation. RSHD setting up the speed here. He will be able to get those coins, the balloons as well, but will he have enough energy? Because as a LAM user for the Aqua, usually you want to go last.
Yeah, and RSHZ has been using his double coins
Ooh.
for like 2 consecutive rounds already. So now the other koi is nowhere to be found, and Skyplex was able to save up those two aquas or two coins to gain the speed advantage and finally ending RSHZ's life in round number 8. And you know what,
Speed.
guys? It's
Mhm.
already at a disadvantage, and statistically,
Yep.
when an AAP goes against an ABB, chances are like there's a higher chance that the AAP will win. So it was really already tricky for RSHZ from the start, from the very beginning.
And take note, it was a round 2 kill on the frontline bug, all because he wasn't able to draw those cards on the front line, especially that anesthetic bait that can counter out those aquas.
Yeah.
It was almost a round 1 kill for the bug, if not for, I mean, if he was able to draw those Nemos on the mid line, it would
Yeah.
have been a round 1 kill for the bug. And that just means that you are left with 2 Axies and he can go for the setup on your midline bug. I think that pretty much sums up what happened on our game number 3. Again, that was Skyplex from Unix Esports winning against RSHZ. Here we go, Parang JP. Look at that. Who
Oh,
is the
there you have it.
first team as of week number 4?
It's CG's colors. And you know what actually this guild, they're always active in the comment section. And
Uh-huh.
CG actually is actually the initials of their two handlers or of the two owners of this guild. So since it's an expansion pack, it means that this expansion pack is not the only CG scholars in this Axie League. There must be another CG scholar somewhere there
The
below.
basic pack.
The basic pack. Yeah, like
Expansion pack, the basic the basic one. But I think this is not yet updated up to the very last match, because as we can see, some teams only had 47 matches.
yeah, actually, we just need to wait. We just need to wait
Mhm.
for them to like be fully updated. Like here in JH Fam,
Yep.
they still have like 47 matches. They need one more. Their scores need to be updated, but we'll get to
Mhm.
that later on. But I'm so happy
Right.
that the chosen ones are still there. YGG Elite 2 is still there.
Mhm.
Right?
And speaking of the chosen ones, 2 contenders for the upper bracket semis or upper bracket finals of the Axie Pro Tournament Season 2 of UGG are both from chosen ones. I wonder if they are playing here as well. Those are Ruwev and Shroom, if I'm not mistaken. So huge shout out to those players. If you are here, if you are watching, or if you are teammates of these players, wish them luck for tomorrow. But again, game number 4, we have Miracle from Undisputed Noobs represent on
Miracle.
the left side, and we have is this Mason from Tag?
Yeah. That is Titanium Alpha Guild. Yeah, I remember their guild name because it's tag. And of course we have our home guild Undisputed Noobs on the left, represented by Miracle, who is
Mhm.
actually using a Discord lineup too, but a little bit more exotic compared to what we saw earlier from RSHZ. Now
Yep.
this is a bird with a soothing song and a pocket and all out shot. And
Mm-hmm.
this is just gonna be really interesting because he has the option to like kill himself when a lot of all out shots are just come in,
Mm-hmm.
and then Mason is using the reflectile, the standard god reflectile, a beast, and then a dusk. So this is gonna be
Mm-hmm.
a huge amount of damage coming from Mason, but we can't really say who's in an advantage, who's at an advantage now, because this reflectile Kotaro will not be activated against those double bugs because
Yep.
these bugs are a lot slower than him.
Yep, that's right. And do you remember, Parang JP, the last time we casted a player from Undisputed Noobs? Do you remember what happened? It was the last game of the third
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And right now, I'm gonna go for a Miracle in here, not because he is from Undisputed Noobs, but because
But
he's
also
from
because he's
Undisputed
from
Noobs.
Undisputed News. Yeah. Yeah, I know you.
No. I mean, bias aside, guys. We're gonna cast this one the way it should be. So let's check it out. Round number 1, Miracle. As I can see, 160 shield on that front bug, and he is able to draw a lot of cards there, including the Timber that will deal 90 damage and has like 70 shield, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, actually, that's actually a lot of shields. Unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
Mason is not using a plant, so that shield won't increase by the
Yep.
time by the time that timber or that woodman power deals damage against Mason. But anyway, Mason here, he needs to like save up a lot of his cards in his beast because
Mm-hmm.
that beast will like carry the whole team to victory because it's his main damage dealer, at least for the early rounds. And
Uh-huh.
Mason here using that reflectite, that's gonna be very tricky because Miracle is capable of putting up a very high shield. That's what we are worried about. But once he's able to go past those two bugs, it should be very easy for him. It's just a bird, and he needs to make sure that that reptile will go to victory unscathed
Mm-hmm.
because Miracle has a soothing song, and once Miracle is able to use that soothing song, Mason's HP will just really go low and low, even regardless of the shield.
Mm-hmm. I
It's
agree.
gonna be like a
So,
soothing Pocky combo.
It can be, but again, once this Dusk from Mason goes down, that beast is very vulnerable to the attacks of the bird because it has a Pocky, it has the soothing song as well. But what Mason should be afraid of here is that all out shot plus that. I forgot the name of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the name of the back card?
The back card of a miracle.
Of the bird. Of the bird.
Looks like a
The
looks like a
Cupid
heartbreak.
arrow.
Yeah, the heartbreak
The
card.
heartbreak.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Let's
mean,
go.
I remember that card because whenever I feel like my morale goes low, I reference this card.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I feel like
I'm ex-
I've been hit.
Okay, so both players here spending all 3 energies that they have, and of course, we have the cattail, we have the wooden stab coming out from Mason. This just means a lot of cards being drawn from Mason. But yes, Miracle will be able to discard one, but Mason was able to draw 3 out of
Mhm.
that one.
Now here in round number 2, Miracle will have to take in damage coming from
Mhm.
Mason using that bug splat and that wooden stab, but Miracle will still is able to deal damage. Now it's still a
Mhm.
3 versus 3 situation with their front axes like suffocating already.
Yep, that's right. A double parasite coming out from Miracle. That is a trade for both the front lines here. But again, this is it. 3 cards. Will this be enough to kill this beast? Will this be a no turn? And it will probably be. But of course, the last stand is there. No energies will be stolen. No energies will be destroyed as well. 2 versus 1 situation right now. And
Oh,
a critical happens for the tiny dino, but of course the discards will be here, the sandals as well, and that anesthetic bait, the pre-damage is already there for that reptile, and it looks like it's gonna be a soothing song Pocky combo. But Mason knows it. This will hurt. The double burglar coming out from Mason. Will he be alive from this one? Let's see. Is this gonna be a draw? But no, you cannot reflect it if you are dead.
well, like we said, even before the game started, the soothing Pocky will really happen, and we actually have seen how Miracle rushed that game. He really rushed that game. The death of the dusk, the death of the beast, using the bird to like deal a huge amount of damage to the beast, and it was just really a trap. It was really an end game for Mason in there. Well, probably because of the lineups chosen. he was really at a disadvantage there, and the card draws. But also sometimes we can't really just predict when your opponent is gonna hit you or when he's gonna shield.
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
And wow, we this I think this is the first time we've seen the power of the soothing Pocky for this tournament for Axie League. And I think the last time I saw that one was from Bornok, right? The soothing
The
Pocky
soothing talk.
combo, yeah,
Yeah.
from his from the bird lineup of Bornok is almost identical, but it was just like the back card. I think it was blackmail. But so much for that. That was game number 4. Again, Miracle winning against Mazen from Tag. Game 5 it is about to be up, and this is gonna be between JM Chua from JH Fam versus Ginger Snap Axie TTV from GSA.
Yeah, looking at their lineups, Ginger Snap actually is using a triple dusk, and this is actually
Mhm.
cute because not only it's a triple dusk, it's a triple disarm and a triple terror chump, also a
Mhm.
triple heroic reward. Basically, all of his Axies are triplets. They just differ in tails.
Yep, that's right.
I mean,
This is the
they're not
Ooh
identical
lineup.
triplets. They're fraternal triplets.
hmm This is the Ooh lineup coming out from Ginger Snap, and JM Chu of course has the Rim Donut Beast, which is we're not used to seeing anymore because it is very combo dependent. But of course, once you get those cards, once you get that right amount of cards, especially the Rim and the Rim, because that is the Ronin plus Imp from that beast, it could be troublesome for Ginger Snap. Let's go and start this game. Let's see what will happen here. All 3 dusks of Ginger Snap here are faster than JM Chu was. And this is the heroic reward plus the cute bunny. This arm, heroic reward, another cute bunny
Yeah.
for him. But the shields are there, but no 2 Goldust, 2 piercing sounds will miss all because of the ooh woo.
Yep, actually, basically, JM Chua's the role of his cards there was not to deal damage, but just to like shield him up, just to shield up that Axie. But right now, it's still gonna be a no turn for him, and Ginger Snap is able to penetrate through the beast already, through that midline beast of JM Chua. Fortunately, JM Chua has a lot of damage cards here in round number 3, so he's able to like push through and push through. Right now, here in round number 4, Ginger Snap has a speed advantage. He's able to like do
Ooh.
the disarm and the terror chump combo, but what matters here now is that beast's life just ended. JM Chua was prepared, going for the numbing decretion, disabling the melee cards of Ginger Snap.
That's right, and that just means that all the cards of that midline from Ginger Snap are disabled. Ginger Snap here is just waiting for the 1v1 situation where in that backline will have to deal a lot of damage for just one round, because once JM Chua casts that numbing electrician, Ginger Snap won't be able to have anything left from
Yeah,
his cards. Here comes the Tiny Dino, and that's it. 111 HP left for JM Chua's plant, and here comes the numbing electrician. Ginger Snap cannot attack anymore.
Yeah, JM Chua just hits on with the numbing electrician. He was actually good at using a numbing electrician plan. Ginger Snap just not able to
Can be
like
costly.
use any
It can be
cards.
costly.
Oh yeah,
If
because
that
what if the
numbing
numbing
electrician
electrician
doesn't
comes back?
rotate, but it
It did.
rotates. Wow,
It did.
it could have been troublesome for Jane Chua if that numbing electrician didn't rotate. But I think he was able to calculate it with the card rotation. So wow, congratulations to Jane Chua for winning that one against Ginger Snap Axie TV.
Yep, and guys, look at that! What a win
Mhm.
coming from James Chua. And you know what? What I've observed from the past games is
Mhm.
that all of these games are because of the lineup disadvantage. We will
Mhm.
hopefully we'll get to see a game that both players has an advantage against each other. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, but ultimately JM Chua still played it well because that was really a tricky lineup. Those tier
What?
chumps, those tier chumps, and the all those fraternal triplets. And what if his Axies are always feared, right? I mean, he won't
A
be able
good
to do
lineup
it.
for him.
And it's
But
actually a plot twist because in the
mhm,
early game, his Dusk always gets a no turn.
yep, that's
Yeah,
right. But again, the numbing liquidation was too much, all because you don't have, or Ginger Snap didn't have any range cards from that mid line,
yeah,
from the back line as well. Even if you had one card, I think with just one range card, it could have been different. But of course, nothing or no range cards for Mazen or Mazen. No, Ginger Snap
yeah.
on that sequence, and that's a victory, of course, from JM Chua. Game number 6, we have Polaco from Axie PG on the left side versus Mad Puma on the right side. He is from the Mad Cat family.
Yes, so Polaco from Axie.gg,
Mhm.
familiar name?
Of
Familiar
course.
name, yeah.
Very much.
Yeah, because we've seen a lot of his games before. But looking at their lineups, Polaco has, speaking of range cards, his back Axie has 3 range cards. He only has
Mm-hmm.
the Why So Serious. And Mad Puma is prepared for that because earlier, if the numbing decretion was a problem, now the leak is a problem, gonna be a problem for Polaco because he'll only be able to activate the Why So Serious. So
Mm-hmm.
this is gonna be very tricky for him because
Yep.
he will need to do God skips so that
Mm-hmm.
his range cards would not be disabled in any way.
Yep. But you're forgetting something here. Look at that midline from Polaco. That is a God mech with a backdoor
Yeah.
card, and that just means that that is the game plan for Polaco here. He should use that mech to kill that plan on the backline. That is the top priority for this one. But do you know the nickname of Polaco?
What?
Brad me.
Why?
Because he's Polaco. He's Polaco.
Okay, that was
If
a
you get
Filipino joke.
that, yeah,
That
if
was
you
a
got
Filipino joke. I
yeah, it is a Filipino joke. So if you're Filipino, if you're watching anywhere on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, comment down below if you got that joke.
well, it was funny, but yeah, I like your point about that God mech
Mhm,
being able to like go behind. So he needs to like save up cards so that he's gonna be able to do that. And Mad Puma also has a backdoor mechanic here. He can go against the reptile, but that's gonna be hard for him because he has like
mhm,
aqua cards and he's gonna be against a reptile. So
mhm.
it's gonna be very heavy for him to burst down the reptile for the latter rounds. So we can go ahead and check out what happened.
Let's go, Polaco, Mad Puma, and round number 1. This is one energy destroyed from Polaco, and that Dusk is almost dead because of the critical as well. Will he be able to use the cards in here? Will he risk it? He did, and this is a no turn coming out from Mad Puma. So far, so good for him. 2 energies left. And here comes our backdoor play. Mad Puma was expecting that, so he played one leak, and it is enough to be alive for this round.
Yeah, that leak, that 80 shield. What a computation or what a prediction coming from Mad Puma shielding himself up. And
Uh-huh.
because of that, the range card is also unavailable to use. And he can use the double YSO series and the double to win Needle here, but not enough to like burst down the front axial Mad Puma. There's already a 1 versus 3 situation, guys.
Yep. Here comes the tiny catapult plus the twin tail just to secure the kill on that one. Polaco wants to make sure of that one. Why so serious can be used, but of course he needs or he wants to slow down this Aqua so that he can kill that by the next round with those Why so serious. That was double Why so serious plus
Ooh.
the twin tail, which was not needed, of course, and Polaco is now down to a 2v1 situation or 1v1 situation. Look at the shield, 257 and a skip.
Yeah.
Skip for Polaco. This is a good chance for him to burst this plan.
Yeah, this is exactly what we were talking about. He needs to do at least one God skip so that he'll be able to burst down Mad Puma because if he won't be able to use his range cards, that's going to be death for him. But now Mad Puma is still using his leak, disabling all the range cards here in round number
He
10.
will skip.
What are you gonna do with the double
Oh!
white? So serious, Polacco.
He didn't skip anymore, but all the cards are gone now for Polacco. That's a double drain back plus a double branch charging on Polacco's Reptile. Mad Puma getting the win all because of one card. That was the leak.
Now things are getting intense.
Mhm.
I'm actually just I just got more than warmed up there.
Mhm.
That was actually a good game because because earlier the numbing declaration was a problem, but now the league
Mhm.
was a problem, and it was really tricky. They all had a lot of outplays against each other, but with that, Polacco didn't really have any choice. Mad Puma was able to
Mhm.
take that game on a
Yep.
whim. Hmm.
That's right, and I think we haven't shown you yet the players' prize pool. I mean, the prize pool allocation for the top players because we do have a prize pool for the top team. But what we didn't show you earlier was the prize pool for the players, which we also have one, and that's the reason why on AxieLeague.co.uk there is a table there below the teams that are player names, of course. Those are the players. This is player prize pool. First would have 5 AXS, second would have 3, third would have 2, and the fourth to 6 will have 1 AXS each. Now, let us show you the current standings for the players or the team prize pool first.
Yeah, it's a 35% for the first. Actually, they're gonna get 61.25 AXS. The
Mm-hmm.
second team, the second placer team will get 39 point. Let's say 39.4 AXS. The third
Mm-hmm.
placer will get 17.5, and then the fourth to eighth will get 8.75 AXS each.
Yep, that's
And
right.
by the way, yeah, guys, if just to remind all of you, and for you
Mm-hmm.
who didn't know, the entry fee or the registration fee for this Axie League is 10,000 SLP per team. Per team, so
There
that
it is.
yeah, and since a lot of girls joined, we were able to burn all those SLPs to help the community grow.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right. We didn't use it. We didn't sell it. It was burned. It was sent to a Ronin wallet, courtesy of Sky Mavis, I think. And that's just to prove that we have burnt it. There you go.
There
Look
it
at
is.
there. You can check out it, the hash if you want to, but of course we have shown you it. This one, these transaction details, and can we show the player standings as of now? Okay, here is the standing of our players. Joma, ready. Ghost is still on top. As far as I can remember, he was on top since week number 1. El Dude as well. We have casted El Dude on United Gamers, but unfortunately, he's not part of the top 4 anymore. But of course, at least right now, he's part of the top 3 players so far. We are halfway done on this tournament, and this is a good position for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, Homa. Ghost, actually Ghost. So we've seen a lot of his matches, and
Mhm.
yeah, he's also Filipino. El Dude, you know this guy. We know this guy. You know this guy. Yeah, Doodle. It's like Doodle is his name, right? If you like read it backwards.
Reverse it, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and he has a lot of fans too. He's from Unix Esports. He's
Mhm.
also representing Unix Esports. Yeah, we know this guy. Kyle is also here, right? For Sinkale. Yeah, Sinkale. We've also watched a lot of his matches. Ochi. Yeah,
Yep.
he's a friend. So we are loving all of these players, and we are actually looking forward to more of their matches. But we can also shout out right now our viewers here in Facebook: Sid Paling, Kyle, Terrence Bangad, Chris Allen, Rondrick. Hello to all of you. Jonard Columbres, Miles AC Alfonso,
Mhm.
Bernard Sumile, thank you so much for being with us. Please don't hesitate to like and share the stream so that we'll have more reach and a lot of people can
Mhm.
also enjoy this Axie League with us tonight.
Yep, that's right. Because we, as the casters, are enjoying these games that we are showing you. And what we are about to show you is game number 7. This is El Azul from the Chosen Ones, a very familiar name that we have casted a few times as well. We also have Sir Dre from the Lucky Knights. That is going to be on the right side. So let's check out their Axies, their lineups here. What can you say about this one?
Well, Elzol, he never really disappointed us, even the first time we saw him play. But now, this is really actually funny. I'm sorry, I can't deny it. It's a funny lineup.
Uh-huh.
No, it's the Scary Lounge, the lounge teams. It's a Scary Lounge versus a Scary Lounge. Only that they have different dynamics because
Mhm.
Elzol's reptile is white. No, no, setting that aside.
Mhm.
Setting
But
that
the
aside, he
mhm.
has a Scarab Curse. Other Surgery has a Bulwark. They just really have different other parts except for those scaly lounges. But Surgery, his front dusk is not a lounge,
It's an
not even a
imposter.
feather lounge. Yeah,
It's
it's
an
a wooden stab,
imposter. It's a
but it's
wooden
also
stab.
piercing through. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because it's
There's also
sharp.
a horn, but
Yeah.
in a way, Elazul has the advantage here. Why? Because of the speed. Look at the turn on those axes. All three axes of Elazul will be the first one to attack against Surgery, and speed matters in this
They
game.
do. They
It,
really do. And Sergey, what we don't like when your axes are not really that fast is that you have to compute your highest shield all the time. You have to always take risks whether all those damages can be
oh,
taken in
shit.
by your shields and your HPs.
Mhm.
That's gonna be really tricky for Sergey. But if he's able to do that, he'll have a lot of respect.
Let's go. Let's check it out. Elazul versus Serdre. Round number one. Elazul will be able to gain 2 energies with those 2 cottontails, but Serdre is there to destroy those
Yeah.
2 energies and to destroy that front dusk from Elazul.
What you gained, what you lost, they're just the same thing. Elazol here, avenging himself with a piercing sound of Scaly Launch and the Bug Splat. Elazol is also following up that damage with a double Why So Serious. Now, Sergey here, he's also using up all of his Why So Seriouses.
Yep. And
But
here comes
he has
our
a Venom Spray,
poison.
actually.
Yep. That it was not, or we were not able to note those venom sprays because we usually don't. Know that one unless you have a backdoor because it's not really that efficient to poison the front line, right?
Yeah,
Because you're about to kill that one.
that's true. But
Mhm.
Sergey here, he needed that venom spray, so it will
Uh-huh.
help. It will help him deal more damage than he could. And Elazul here is already a 2 versus 1 situation for him. We are
Mm-hmm.
seeing obviously that is already an advantage, and he has the upper hand. Sergey though, since he has the bulwark, he can reflect damages, and maybe we can
Mm-hmm.
see like a two axes in one turn kind of
Ooh.
kill. There's a huge amount of shield actually,
It
253.
is. It is, but it will be destroyed by Elzo. That dusk, however, from Elzo is almost destroyed as well, just from the reflex of the bulwark because Sir Dre was able to draw that bulwark that he used on the previous round. So this means 2 bulwarks for him. But right now he lacks the energy. He
Oh.
lacks the cards. And here comes Elazul with the double scarab play plus the launch. That will be enough. Even without the critical, Elazul would have won that game.
Yeah, the critic was painful, but yeah, like I mentioned, even without it, he still would have
Mhm.
won. And that was actually a nice axie having a Luna absorb, so that you can always sustain your energy when it's already a 1 versus 1 situation. You'll never
Mhm.
lose energy, and you'll that's your strength to deal a lot of damage. And he was able to manage all of his cards, so that during that last round, he was able to deal 3 damage cards and was able to
Mhm.
penetrate through the HP and enough also to kill off his enemy.
Speed really matters. We have seen it time and time again that if you don't have speed matters, of course, but if you do have, if your opponent has a speed up mechanic, that is a different game. But of course, on that very last game, Sir Dre from the Lucky Knights didn't have one, and
Mm-hmm.
those were all reptiles with the non-efficient venom spray, as we were saying. It was just like something. Usually you pair it with those zero cost, you pair it with something with like a backdoor or a chomp. Those cards or those cards that require a combo. Those are the
Mhm.
main usage of those zero cost.
Yeah, that was actually quite a play
Mm-hmm.
coming from Elzo. Yeah, we miss that guy. We miss that guy. And um he's from the chosen ones. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of players from the chosen ones that are really making a mark recently these days. Yeah.
Yep.
These
And
days it's like they're owning the scene, to
mm-hmm.
be honest. Mhm.
And what I really like about our Axie community right now is we are seeing a combination of Filipino players, international players as well on
Yeah.
one guild. It's not just all Filipino players. It's not just all international or foreigner players. It's a combination of both.
Yeah.
Because from the chosen ones, it's Elazul. Elazul most likely is, I really don't know his nationality or what, but what I'm sure of is he's not Filipino. And Ruev and Shroom are both from the same guild, the chosen ones, and this just shows that Axing community is like bonding all players or all sorts of players that we have here.
Yeah, and someone here said it's
Mm-hmm.
Bium 24 just said
Uh-huh.
he's from France. He's French.
He's
Ace also said.
French. Okay.
And let's also shout out Terrence Bangat, Edward Reynoso, Mikey Puzon, Bry. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
let's go. A lot of they're actually waiting for the next matches, so we should get on with it. Our next match is gonna be Royce 04 from Meta T8 and Crollo from Newfound.
Okay, let's dissect this lineup from both sides. Royce does have here a semi-discard lineup. That Aqua on the back has a discard. The mid line Aqua as well. And the front line, of course, has two discard moves on his plan.
Yeah, and actually, Crollo was prepared for this kind of lineup using an aqua stock, using a vegan diet
Uh-huh.
against a front plant, the aqua stock against a double aqua. He's really well prepared for this. And Crollo also he just loves energy. He just really loves energy using an aqua
Mm-hmm.
stock and a double Nemo. You know that he'll never run out of energy, but the downside of that is you will lack sometimes you will lack damage cards,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes only. But what really matters here is how they're gonna play it, how they're gonna execute it. So
Mm-hmm.
we can actually start. And Royce, by the way, he has a double parasite and a Sunderclaw, double
Uh-huh.
Sunderclaw. So Krollo's cards here are actually in danger.
Yep, because Crollo doesn't have any cattail slap here. That is the main counter for this card lineups. Let's check out what will happen here against Royce and Crollo from Newfound.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Crollo here, now that he just used a spicy surprise, Royce will not
Mhm.
be able to use a Thunderclaw, but it doesn't matter because Royce will still be able to discard one card, and at the same time, he will gain one card because of the October treat. Now in round number 3, both of them are gonna use a lot of cards, but Crollo is the one who's gonna go all out.
Yep, that's right. This is a dead plan for Royce. Royce just conserving the energies that he can, but that is 245 shield on that plan. Royce wasn't able to pierce through the shield of the plan of Crollo.
Mhm.
That is a lot of cards for that one. And Royce right now is in a desperation spot with two Nemos plus the Scarab plus the Crimson Water being able to kill that frontline plan. But of course, here comes our follow-up damage from Royce, the Thunderclaw plus the
Ooh.
Skill Dart. All the cards of Crollo are gone as of now.
Yeah, suddenly things are getting bad for Royce. Even though he was able to discard a lot of cards here, he still managed to turn this thing into a 2 versus 1 situation. But now
Mhm.
Royce is trying to turn this
He
thing
needs
around.
damage cards. He needs the
He needs
damage cards,
the
and
double
he will
coin.
get it. The double coin, and Crollo doesn't have any shield at all. That was just 45 shield, and it's not really enough against this 4-card barrage from Royce.
Yeah, because Rolo at that end,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't save up the card of his back aqua.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that's gonna be like less shield for him for the seeding round because you will want to use your highest possible shield, and he was not able to maintain that because of the discards. It was really a trap. Even though he managed to like turn this thing into a 2 versus 1 situation,
Mm-hmm.
your cards are really valuable. Sometimes even more valuable than your energy. And because of
Mhm.
that, Crollo had to lose, and Roy04 takes the win.
It was really hard for the 1v1 situation because
Yeah.
Crollo, if you remember, he has two beast cards on the back line. That was the Arco plus the Revenge Arrow. And that just, I mean, class wise, that was an Aqua for the 1v1. And that deals less damage compared to all the Aqua cards of Royce from his backline. It was just the Thunderclaw that was the only card that is not an Aqua card for him, and that gave him the advantage, and that spelled the win for Royce against Crollo's lineup.
Yeah, actually, he also saved up those Thunderclaws so that they won't
Mm-hmm.
rotate back. And during that last game, all those shields that rotated gave him additional shield, and just made him do a lot of damage
Mm-hmm.
against Crollo there.
Yep, that's right. And this is kind of fast for us because we only have two more games to show you. Next one would be EJ from GSA against Karakute from Balls.gg.
I know Karakute.
You
I
know
know
her or
Karakute.
him?
She's a girl because she's been watching us in Twitch whenever we are
Ooh,
casting in UGG. Yeah, and
okay.
she's like she's supporting Axie. Yeah, because they're both from Buos.gg. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I know
that's
this
right.
girl. Yeah, Karakute
Mhm.
on the left, EJ from GSA on the right.
Okay, let's go. I'm seeing those piercing sounds as soon as round one. But will Karakute conserve the energy? Will he conserve or will she conserve the cards? We'll have to know that. Let's start round number one. EJ has the Dusk mech and Dusk. This
Ooh.
is like a variation of a Terminator on the back.
Yeah, and Karakute here, well, she didn't really lose a lot of energy there, and Karakute will have to use all of her energy here in round number two, using a Buzzing Wind, but there's really no shield. Together with the double Hero's Bane, followed up by that Scarab Curse, and that Acrobatic, enough to take EJ's Dusk down in there.
Uh-huh. Here comes the revenge from EJ. That is an exchange. Front line for the front line, but Karakut knows that he can kill this mech as soon as he gets those three damage cards. And even this Nemo would be enough. I think that Nemo plus the Scarab would be able to reach EJ's backline. And that's what Karakut needs in order for him to have the advantage for the 1v1 situation.
Yeah, actually, EJ here is already back into a corner. He's trying to go all
Mhm.
out just to make sure that
Ooh.
Karaku's gonna die. He's
Oh,
gonna go
this
all
can be
out, also
costly.
just to shield up, but it's already a
Oh,
last stand. Only
bef-
the Nemo and that Crimson Water will happen,
Mhm.
but not even enough to penetrate through the shield. EJ actually
that
has a chance on winning this.
he has. That was a costly play coming out from Karakul. He was not, or she was not expecting that EJ would be able to burst down that midline Aqua. He spent, or she spent, three energies there. She didn't save any for this backline Aqua for the 1v1 situation. And now Karakut has the disadvantage because EJ will have the double slowdown in case he lives or she lives, but no, she won't live through that barrage from the backline Terminate Tiny Dino.
That was actually a plot twist. We just
Mm-hmm.
gotta love how we just gotta love how EJ was able to turn that game around.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because it's kind of a misplay actually to, and it was also risky to attack with your mid aqua, knowing the capabilities of your opponent, because we really need to measure or like compute the highest possible damage
Mm-hmm.
that our opponent is able to deal. And in that case, that was a double tiny swing and a double chump. And all of
Yep.
those cards are reptile cards. And they're
Mm-hmm.
really strong against Aquas. And if you like really memorize the damage, you'll know that you won't stand a chance.
Uh-huh. I
Mhm.
agree. I couldn't agree more, but we are forgetting something here, Prime JP.
What is it?
We haven't casted a game once again in Tagalog, in Filipino, and we have the last game for you guys. So we are gonna speak in our own native language for this very last match of this night. This is Sushi Nobi versus Priest Maxi, or Mark Darrell from Priest Maxi, and then Sushi Nobi from UIGG Elite 2.
Now that we're seeing this, okay, lead the
Filipino.
way. Lead the way.
Filipino. Okay, last game ng ating gabi. Again, Sushinobi ng YGG Elite 2 sa kaliwa and Mark Darrell from Chris Maxi sa kanan. Tignan natin kung anong mga lineup nila. An AAP from Sushinobi with a spiky wing. Doon sa likod, Chris Maxi on the other hand, mech backline na merong Arco, Goda plus the Rise. So energy control ang strength ng lineup ni Prismaxi dito, whereas Sushinobi has the class advantage because that is double aqua. By the time na mangyari yung 1v1 situation natin, Prismaxi, medyo delikado na. Pero magiging crucial dito, of course, yung mga Rise and yung mga Golda na meron si Prismaxi.
Yeah, actually, kaya naman ni Press Maxi manalo against this eh. Kailangan lang nilang magmadali kung sinong unang makakatapos ng buhay ng Axie na nasa mga harapan nila. Kayang-kayang ipaglaban yung dalawa nasa likod. Pero Press Maxi kasi dito, marami na naman siyang winning conditions sa totoo lang. Matiming niya lang ng tama yung piercing sound, yung night steal na yan, kayang-kaya niya talaga eh. Dahil sa mga energy advantage. And si Sushinobi, kailangan niya lang talagang i-psycho, bigyan niya ng reason para mag-panic, and Prismaxi, kaya niyang manalo dito. So, tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari. Let's see!
Let's start! Round number 1. Both players are... bakit ako nag-English? Parehas na players natin, mag-i-spend na ng 3 energies. Very, very aggressive para sa kanila. Gustong-gusto na nilang patayin kagad. Yung mga front lines sila dito, walang masusunog na mga energies, pero merong mga axes na mamumula na yung mga buhay.
Yun na nga, pula-pula ang buhay. Prismaxi,
steal.
tama ang paggamit niya ng Night Steal kasi alam niyang kailangan mag-ipon ni Sushinobi ng energy. And ngayon na nga, ang pagganti. May itong dalawang heroic reward. Isa pang piercing sound pero wala na siyang masusunog na energy ngayon. Sushinobi naman, ang sagot niya, isang tail slap, dalawang acrobatic, at isang scale dart. Makakadraw pa nga siya ng card doon. Dahil sa passive ng scale dart ngayon, lahat sila nag-uubos na ng mga card ng mga energy.
Meron bang magiging no turn dito coming out from Press Maxi kasi activated na yung lam niya dito, Nemo, Arco plus a double lam. That is the midline going down para kay Sushinobi, pero mauuna pa rin of course si Sushinobi dito. Magiging handa ba si Prismaxi? Double koi sapat para patayin yung midline Axie ni Prismaxi. And here comes the 1v1 situation. 2 energies lang para kay Sushinobi. The double koi play plus the spiky wing. Hindi sasapat para patayin. Pero hindi rin sasapat yung energies ni Prismaxi dito para patayin yung aqua ni Sushinobi. That was the double koi kay Sushinobi. Mauuna pa rin siya at sapat na to para patayin yung mech ni Prismaxi.
Yep, hindi na nga umabot yung buzzing wind dun sa dulo kasi tapos na ang laban. Sushinobi from YGG Elite 2 takes on our last game for tonight. What a play! Napakabilis ng pangyayari pero it was always very tactic and very methodical coming from Sushinobi in there. Talagang nag-save up kasi siya ng mga double koi. And in 2 consecutive rounds, nakagamit siya ng double koi. Hindi niya hinayaan masira yung card control and yung deck control niya dun sa kanyang God Aqua.
Mark Darrell na or ni Prismaxi, yung win condition niya was the double Arco. And alam din siya, syempre ni Sushinobi, na yun yung pwede niyang ikatalo. So yung double koi paved the way para kay Sushinobi na manalo against that mech. If not for the double koi, pwedeng manalo si Prismaxi on that situation kasi double Arco yon. Mas magiging mabilis na siya even with 51 or 51 speed I think for that backline mech, and it will be enough para mas mauna doon sa aqua ni Sushinobi, pero hindi hinayaan ni Sushinobi yon. And ayun nga, nanalo si Sushinobi. YGG Elite 2 kung maaalala nyo, number 2 na sila sa balota or sa standings natin.
Actually, may update nga tayo dito sa comment section. Sabi ni Kyle, or sabi ni Sel Paling, ang CG kanina, 4-0 sa mga labanan nila. And it's no wonder, bakit sila biglang tumalon.
Si Kyle nga yata yun specifically. Yung sinasabi nilang 4-0 Kasi di ba, kung maalala mo, 4 teams yung lalabanan nila And then for each team na lalabanan nila, Tatlo, 3 versus 3. So we can explain the pointing system as of now. Let's go back to speaking in English, of course. This is, or we have the point system here. We're in three players of each team battle it out with each other, 2 points each for the win. So that is 2 points, another 2 points for the team win. For example, 2 out of 3 players from your team won the 1v1 matchup. That is two
Mm-hmm.
points. Additional 2 points for your team. Another 2 points if you go for the sweep. If you go 3-0 against your opponent, that's additional 2 points. 0 points for the losses, of course, and 1 point each for the draw.
Yep, and ayun na nga, yes, guys, that's it. That's our pointing system, and as of now, I think it's let me just so yeah, it's still according to Kyle in the comment section, all of their players today got a 4-0. Which is so cool. It's so cool, yeah. Yeah, looking at our standings right now. CG Scholars, 48 games played, and currently their points are 114 already against. Oh, that's just 2 point,
Yep.
a 2 point
Not
lead from a
not
YG
really.
Elite 2.
Not really that far from YGG Elite 2 from Ready Aces as well. And the Chosen Ones is lurking around the corner with 106 points, winning 35 games out of 48 that they had. Wow, we are halfway done on our 8 week long tournament. Again, this is the prize pool distribution for our first up to the eighth place. Fourth to eighth place would have or would get 5% of our current prize pool, which is 175 AXS. So that is 8.75 AXS for the fourth, up until the eighth placer, 17.5 AXS for the third placer. That's 10% of our prize pool, and 22.5% for our second placer. That is 39.375 AXS. And then the champion would, of course, have this whopping 61.25 AXS.
Yep. And that's about it. And now we are actually gonna transition to our
Mm-hmm.
players table, our players score sheet. Look at that. Jama from Ready is actually has 26 points. Actually, three of them have 26 points, namely Jama, Ghost, and Eldwood. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a triple tie. I don't know how they're gonna break that yet, but we'll know soon. We'll figure that out. And
Uh-huh.
Kyle, Bry, and Sinkale here. Actually, Kyle and Bry are actually has a double tie, and then the rest, we have a lot of players here who has 22 points. So
Mm-hmm.
we still have 4 more weeks. We are already done with our first half of this Axie League. The next 4 weeks are still in store for us, and we really wish the best for all of the
Mm-hmm.
guilds that joined here. But before anything else, a quick shout out again to our viewers there in the comment section. We still have Sid Paling, we have Brian
Mm-hmm.
Aganuevo, Joseph Robel, Ace, and many more. We just really appreciate you dropping by tonight, and we hope you enjoyed all these matches that
Yep.
we watched tonight.
I really, really love like the format of this tournament. This can give a lot of players the experience that they want, because imagine having 4 matches each week or each day of the week that is designated for this tournament. You'll have a total of, I cannot really compute right now, but you have a lot. You have a lot of matches waiting for you. Even if you lose, even if you do not win as early as weeks 1 to 4, a lot can still happen during week 5 up until week number 8. A lot can still happen, but of course, you need to be on the move as of now, as of this week and next week, of course, if you are really aiming for the top 8 spot.
Mm-hmm. Well, they still have a lot of chances, and we're wishing all of them the best. But yeah, I think that's about it for our Axie League week number 4.
Mhm.
We still have 4 more weeks. These
Yep.
teams, we're still gonna use the current version of Axie. We're not gonna use
Mm-hmm.
Origins yet, but since you are really adept with this kind of version, I know you're gonna do great.
And the thing is, we are not gonna use the origin or the V3 of Axie. But the thing is, once season 21 comes up, the nerf of the cards will be there. The buff of other cards will be there as well. So what you see most right now can be the least that you see once season 21 is online. So watch out for that one, guys. And I think that's it for our week number 4. This is Paul together with Parent JP signing off for Axie League. This week number 4. Watch us for weeks 5 to 8. Same time, same place, and same faces. See you.
See you.